What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with a brand new review for The Real Housewives of New York. You guys, this is season number 14, episode number 9, and the episode was titled Nothing Vanilla About Anguilla. So, before we jump into this, if you guys are watching this or any other video on the channel and you guys are not subscribed to the channel yet, then do me a solid favor, you guys, and please stop taking me out on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump into this live, shall we, you guys? What's up, Greta? How are you doing today? Please let me know in the live chat. You guys, sometimes I be forgetting which one I'm doing, but this is obviously a live video, and I have not turned on my monetization, but it is on nil. So yeah, you guys, be sure to like I said, like, share, and subscribe. I definitely appreciate everybody for coming by and showing their support for the channel. Very much so appreciated, you guys. I definitely. So, you guys might hear a dog barking. You may or may not hear the dog barking, but so yeah, let's go ahead and talk about this episode. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the live chat and in the comment section below. For me, this was a actually was a filler episode. If I'm being honest with you guys, this was a filler episode. If I never saw a filler episode, but it wasn't a bad filler either. But it was, like I said, nonetheless, it was a filler episode. Um, so we opened up the episode, and I feel like the episode, like I said, here's the thing I want to point out real quick about the Real Housewives of New York. This cast, I do like the show. I do enjoy the women, but you can literally tell that these women are not necessarily friends with each other. You can tell that Bravo probably brought them together and they tried to force friendships and make friendships, but they're not, like I said, really friends with each other. Greta says, I'm doing good. My kids are going to make me watch the VMAs. Oh, the VMAs come on tonight. I have been seeing the previews for the VMAs, but I did not know that they were tonight. Well, I guess I'll be watching the VMAs later because I'm not, you guys know I'm not watching Love and Hip Hop. Speaking of which, I am posting a story right now about Erica Mena. She came out and apologized. Girl, too little, too late. You losing money and you trying to do damage control. Like, we see through you, sis. So let's see where we hold on, you guys. Like I said, I'm trying to post this short about that. So the short is posting now. So it should be up. You said the filler episode, but that villa is gorgeous. Oh yeah, that villa was amazing. I loved that villa. Like I really want to go to Anguilla so badly. It's on my list of places to travel to. It is definitely up there on the list. So this episode, the ladies really opened. We opened up with the ladies still talking about Jenna, and I'm just like really over this whole situation. They can feel how they want to feel about Jenna. Y'all can feel a way about the fact that y'all think that Jenna went to wanted to fly business class over coach. That's fine. But y'all are beating a dead horse with a stick at this point. That's what I'm really getting from it, right? So on the way there, Sai was basically telling the ladies what the plans are for the next day. So basically, all Sai got planned for them is food, going out to the beach, and more food. And I'm fine with that. Because when you're on vacation, you're supposed to chill and just have a good time and not worry about anything back home. So I don't have a problem with how Sai is running this vacation. I have no problems with it. So we got to the table, and Uber was telling them how this reminds her of home, right? And when she said that, it reminds her of home, I believe it was I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that it was Bren who said that she's never been to Africa, which I've never been to Africa either. And it's so funny. Me and one of my friends were having this conversation about Africa recently. how on television you see those all those commercials where they're talking about feeding a kid for a penny a day, right? And you see those malnourished children, and that's not all of Africa. You like y'all pick out them villas and then just say, hey, this is what we're gonna do, but that's not, a true representation of Africa. So she said, yeah, don't look at that stuff and think that that's what Africa really is. And I was like, exactly. So then, you know, Bren wanted to actually before that, Uber called out the BS in the group because she asked Sai how would she feel if Aaron, not Aaron, but Bryn had done the same thing to her husband. So Sai wants to play it off like she wouldn't care if it was done to her. I'm like, girl, a lie don't care who tell it. You would be pissed if someone went up to your husband and told your husband, oh yeah, y'all not really married because y'all didn't say vows, and when you get the divorce, come holler at me. You would be pissed. You would be livid if somebody did that to you and your husband. Like, I just really want the ladies to be honest about that situation. So then Brand decides that she wants to apologize to Aaron. She apologized to Aaron for calling her party boring. I was like, wait a minute. That's what we're apologizing for? Calling her party boring? And then Brand was in her feelings. She's still in her feelings about the fact that Aaron even brought it up because she's adamant that she didn't flirt with a married man and she didn't bring up divorce. And I'm like, but ma'am, you absolutely 100% did bring up divorce. And you do I think she was like seriously flirting with him in the sense of she wanted to be in a relationship with Abe? Absolutely not. I don't think she was doing that. But it wasn't the best thing in the world to do. So I don't feel any type of way about how Erin feels. I really don't. Erin is entitled to feel the way she wants to feel. Like I said, I do believe that Brand was definitely joking with him, but girl, it's not something that you necessarily had to just blurt out. Hey Shayna, you say I still haven't watched Roni, but I'm here for the review. So here's the thing I would say. I don't know if you've ever watched the original Roni. If you did or didn't, this is a good these ladies are really good. I think the thing with this batch of ladies is that you can see that they are trying to build friendships, so it's not 100% organic. Shout out to Nene. It's not 100% organic, but it's not bad either, right? It's not what I will say is I can tolerate this right here over what we got from the Real Housewives of Atlanta this past season. I think that, these ladies are just starting out. They're trying to find their stride, and I think they're doing a really good job. The ratings might not reflect it, but what I will say is you've been around for my Love and Marriage Detroit reviews. I can stomach these ladies a lot more than I can stomach Love and Marriage Detroit. Like, I actually enjoy watching these episodes of Real Housewives of New York as opposed to watching Love and Marriage Detroit. Love and Marriage Detroit was a chore for me. Real Housewives of New York, it's not a chore for me. I actually enjoy watching these women. I actually coming on here. I enjoy coming on here and talking about the lives. Um, so like I said, Bren was apologizing for the because her party was boring, not the fact that you literally. Now I get it. Abe was laughing doesn't mean that it was right what you said and did, girl. Like, I just really want Brand to take some accountability, and I want for Cy and I get it. Cy and Jessel may not necessarily like Aaron, but y'all would not. Well, well. Let me take this. Let me. I was about to say Jessel and Cy probably would feel the same. Would feel opposite. Feel like Aaron feels if it were their husbands. But I don't know about Miss Jessel because I'm still gonna stick with what I said previously. I just don't think that Jessel is at all interested in Pavic, and he's a very handsome guy, by the way. Greta says it was inappropriate. Exactly, I was so happy that Uba said even though she might not be the biggest fan of Aaron, it was inappropriate. Like, come on, like let's be for real. They were at their 10-year anniversary party. You sit here and say to this man, when you get the divorce, come holla at me. Like, It was very inappropriate, and I just want for Brand to own up to that. But she apologized for that, and she and Aaron moved on for now. So once again, they have to bring up the fact of Jenna flying business class instead of flying with them. I was like, I thought we have moved on from this. Like, why are we still harping on the same thing? Jenna flew business class. Why do y'all care? Like, I am just over that situation. Like, I don't get it. It's dumb. It's the dumbest thing. I'm not gonna sit here and be mad about that. If Jenna wanted to spend the extra money to fly 2 days earlier and do whatever she wanted to do, that was on Jenna, not on me. It ain't money out of my pockets. And then, two, these women are acting as if y'all actually pay for these trips. By now, we know that the production company pays for these trips. They pay for the trips, they pay for where you guys stay, they pay for where you guys go out to eat, they pay for every damn thing on the cast trips. They just find one person to host it. So the way that y'all are acting with Jenna is just, it's stupid to me. It's like y'all are grasping at straws. So then they also said to Jenna that actually it brought up the fact of Jenna giving them gifts, right? But I also caught it was Bryn who brought up the fact that she gives gifts and they don't feel like they know her. But Bryn also in the same breath said, keep giving me the gifts. I was like, so which one is it? Do you want her to not give you the gifts, or do you want her to keep giving you the gifts? Because see, y'all trying to play on Jenna, like y'all saying, oh, well, we don't know you, and you give us gifts, and it just doesn't feel real, and it feels inauthentic and stuff like that. But keep giving me the gifts. Like, which one is it? You got Sai who complains about the gifts. Talking about, since she's an influencer and she's on social media, that she has her rates. Well, girl, she didn't ask you to post it. When people give you a gift, it's most times out of the kindness of their heart. Now, yes, are these Jenna's products and businesses that she works with? Yes. Did she give y'all a caveat? If she gave y'all a caveat, then I would be upset. If there was a caveat to it, then yeah. If she said, hey, I'm giving y'all these gifts for Christmas, but what I need for y'all to do is go on your social media and tag Jenna and tag this company and tag that company. But from what we saw, she didn't do that. Now, if we get to the reunion and they say otherwise, then I'll take back what I said. But for right now, I just don't understand what the issue is with the ladies. I just feel like they're, again, like I said earlier, I feel like we are grasping at straws because it makes no sense to me. But I want you guys to tell me what you think and feel about it in the live chat and in the comment section below. Whose side are you guys? I want to know this question. Whose side are you guys on? Or do you guys see where Bren and Sai are coming from? Or do you guys say, hey, she's giving y'all the gifts. It's not like she's saying post this on social media. You guys are taking it just because this is someone who is giving you a product of theirs that you are entitled to do that. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's not making a lot of sense to me. So Greta says Jenna has these ladies so bothered. It's ridiculous. Absolutely. I know that Andy recently tweeted for questions for the reunion because I know that they're getting ready to film the Real Housewives of New York reunion. Oh, let's talk about that real quick. Reunion time. Who do y'all think is gonna sit? I know that they say it doesn't really matter who sits next to Andy, but I think in some capacity it might. It may and it may not, right? But who do you guys think? What order do you guys think that they should sit at the reunion? This is gonna be an interesting one. So if I had to do a seating chart for the reunion, I would have on one couch, I would actually have Jenna sitting beside Andy, left or right. And then I would have who would I have next to Jenna? I guess I would have Aaron sit next to Jenna. And then I would have Uba on the end. And then on the opposite couch, it would be a toss up between Jessel and Bren. So I think I would say I would have Jessel maybe sit next to Andy and then put Bren next to Jessel and Cy on the end. I want you guys to tell me what your seating chart would be. Greta says, listen, Jenna can give me gifts all day. I would be so exactly like it ain't something. Here's the thing about the gifts. If she gave me a freaking gift and it's from her company or companies that she works with, she works with big name companies. This woman worked for J. Crew. Like, so that these are high end gifts. If she gave me a gift, I would say, shut my mouth and call me Sue, because ain't nothing I'm finna say. I'm be like, you know what, girl, I'd have to, especially if it was something that I had been eyeing, or I had, I know the company. I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? Let me take my gift, go home, and enjoy my gift. Like, they're doing the most about the gifts with Jenna, and I just don't understand it. So continuing with the talk about Jenna, they talked about the fact that they don't know very much about Jenna, and how, Sai said she had to find out about Jenna's real name when she was doing that audition. And Sai, the reason why you know her real name, and the reason why that woman knows that her real name is not Jenna, is because that woman was so uncomfortable, and Jenna did that to make her feel more comfortable in the audition process. She wanted to identify with the woman, so that the woman could feel like that was a safe space for her. That is why Jenna did that to that lady. It wasn't a situation of her saying, "Oh, I can't tell my good girlfriends this, but let me tell this stranger that." That's not what she was doing. Greta also says, I want Jenna to come out with an affordable, oh yes, eyeglass line. I would too. I was actually just looking for some prescription frames at work, because I don't know if you guys ever saw my glasses, but yeah, I wear glasses to read. And I was just looking at some glasses today, and I was like, oh yes, Jenna, please come out with some affordable eyeglass line. I'll be the first customer. So they talk about that, and then Brandon's talking about the fact that she doesn't know Jenna. And I'm like, oh my God, like, y'all really find anything to come at Jenna about? It's not that deep. But then I posed a question. So y'all are talking about y'all don't know anything about Jenna. Have y'all made this a safe space for Jenna? Is the question. Because you could clearly tell that Jenna has, some insecurities, and she probably has some trust issues, and she probably has a wall up, and she's guarded, and she doesn't feel like she can trust people. So have y'all made this a safe space for her? And let me answer that question for you up front. No, I don't think that any of you have made this a safe space for Jenna. The way that y'all keep coming at Jenna so much, no, I don't believe that the ladies have made this a safe space for Jenna to feel like she can open up and tell them that my name is not Jenna. I have this, I have that. I don't have this, I don't have that. You have to make it a safe. You have to make people feel safe enough to come to you and be vulnerable. And I don't think that these ladies have done that. Like, what the hell? Like, they were really kind of blowing me, but I feel like it was just sometimes I feel like they do things for the scene, but I don't know. But like I said, this stuff with Jenna, it was just really kind of bothering me. The fact that I feel like y'all always find little things to nitpick about when it comes to Jenna, like nothing. Because then after y'all are talking about y'all don't know Jenna, turns out y'all don't even know freaking Jessel. Y'all don't know nothing about Jessel. Not a damn thing about Jessel. Jessel tells them that now I don't. I'm this is her story, right? She said that her parents, yes, they're Indian, but they grew up in East Africa. I believe she said in Kenya, but they were forced out of Kenya. Then they went to London. Then she just kept rambling on, and I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on here. But so y'all talking about y'all don't know Jenna, but y'all don't know. Actually, I don't think y'all know each other, because throughout this episode, y'all keep finding out different things about different people. Y'all found out things about what's her name? From y'all found out things about Jessel. Y'all found out things about Jenna. Y'all found out things about Cy in this episode that y'all did not know. So y'all don't know each other like that. And that's not a problem that you guys don't know each other like that you guys are getting to know each other. But don't attach it to one person when it probably applies to each and every one of you. Y'all didn't even know about Bryn's life growing up. Like, come on. So Greta says these women would use her insecurities against her. I don't trust them. Maybe Uber. I think Uber would be the only one who wouldn't. But I know I mean, Sai is not trustworthy. The way she brought back to the group Jenna's real name, Jessel. Only thing about Jessel that I say is Jessel. I don't think Jessel has a whole lot of tact with her. Bren, I feel like Bren is self-serving, and with Aaron, I just don't know how to feel with Aaron. I'm still trying to feel Aaron out. I like Aaron at times, but then at the same time, I think Aaron does too much at times. So I'm still, when it comes to Aaron, I'm on the fence with her, but I absolutely do love Uber. What I will say with Uber is I want more from Uber because Uber, I'm so sorry, Uber, but you literally give me friend of the housewives. As much as I like Uber and I think Uber is amazing, she literally gives me friend of, and I'm like, I hate the fact that you give that because I don't want Uber to get reduced if for season 15. I definitely don't want that. I want more from Uber. But I think we're gonna see a little bit more of Uber. I think we're gonna see see a different side of Uber next week when she gets into it with Aaron and snatches Aaron's sunglasses off. So after that, they were, I don't know where I think they had left dinner and they were heading back to the villa. Baby, when Uber was talking about in the car that she got there, they were at the airport security, and she was talking about WAP. It's the fact that Jenna knew what WAP was, but Aaron had no idea what WAP was, and Aaron is 35 years old. I was like, Aaron, what kind of music I mean, I get you might not listen to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, but girl, I mean, I believe you vote Republican, and Fox News and everybody was talking about how that song was so detrimental to women. I was like, it's a song about a woman's body part. Like, she's just saying she got some wet a the rest, but it is okay, not that deep to me. Um, Greta says Aaron wants to be the HBIC and she's not that girl. Huh. So you think Aaron wants to be the HBIC? I'm gonna tell you who I think wants to be the HBIC in this group. I feel like it's a tie between not Aaron, but Bryn and Sai. I feel like those two were the one. I always feel like those two wanted to be the HBICs in the group. What I get from Aaron is I feel like Aaron wants to be like Sheree, be on bone. Aaron gives me when I look at Aaron, Aaron gives me Lisa Rinna, Ashley Darby, Sheree and Sheree. Like she give me those vibes, right? Where she wants to, she want to be the bone carriers, right? But then she can't be a bone carrier because she gets so offended by things. Now, the whole Abe situation, I'm okay with her being offended by that. Um, Greta also says Uber had me down. She had me down too. I was cracking up, but I was really cracking up about the fact that Jenna knew what she was talking about because Jenna started laughing, and I was cracking up at that. It was funny to me, but I enjoyed that scene. That was the one scene I will say that I enjoyed. Right. So we see them the next morning, and they're having breakfast, and I will say that all the ladies looked absolutely amazing. Can't take that from them, right? So at breakfast, we found out a little bit more about Sai. And see, this is what I said. I don't think that these women were, I don't believe that these women were 100% friends with each other prior to this season. I think that these women knew each other through passing. And so it made it a little bit easier for them to film this show as opposed to them just picking, technically they had it was seven housewives, but one of them, I don't know, did that girl get fired or did she quit? Because there were seven housewives when this first started, but one of the housewives, she left. I mean, I think she left right at the beginning of. I think she left right at the beginning of filming. I could be wrong. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Please do. Greta says you can tell they weren't friends. You absolutely can. And I really did feel bad for Sai when she was talking about her story of her mom So her mom was an alcoholic, right? And they showed a picture of Si's mom. Si and her mom look exactly alike. She and her mother look exactly alike, right? And what else? She was talking about how her mom passed away. Her mom had a heart attack, and she was, oh God, that is terrible. That she had a heart attack, and they found her. What, was she in the park or something? Oh God, I am so glad that I don't have an addictive spirit. Like addiction is just something that I can't get. I don't have an addictive spirit, and I thank God for that. Right, I really do. I can't imagine what it's like to be addicted to, alcohol or even drugs. But I definitely do pray for people who, have loved ones who are affected by that, and the people and the loved ones, as well. But it was really nice to hear that story from Sai. Get a little bit more about her. Greta says, I think she got fired. Okay. That's what I was thinking. I thought that that girl got fired because I remember it came out that the girl was a Zionist. And I think that's what happened. Because I remember, I remember reading everything about the new housewives. And I remember as almost as soon as they started filming, that girl got dropped. I was like, damn, that's sad. Greta says that was really sad. That broke my heart. Mine too. I really felt bad for her because I was super close to my mom. So to hear that story, it was just terrible. Um, so after that, after breakfast, we saw the ladies as they went to lunch. Like I said, this episode was pretty filler, so I'm surprised that I'm actually stretching this out to almost 30 minutes, but they went to lunch. Now, I noticed in this scene that Aaron and Bren were whispering about getting just so wasted, but they didn't get her wasted unless we missed it, but we probably did. So I think, they went to the beach, then they went back and they got ready to go to dinner. So they sat down for dinner and Bren opened up to them, right? So Brand was talking about, how she's dating. I think she went on 3 dates in one day. I was like, girl, that's a lot of dates. So did you go for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Because that's a lot of dating in a day. She's talking about how she wants to go through, she wants to start a family. And somebody asked her, has she gone through the process of freezing her eggs? She said no, that she hasn't. And then she was talking to Uber. We found out that Uber has frozen her eggs, right? Now, I'm gonna have to be honest. I actually did agree with Aaron in this scene when they were talking about the eggs, and when she said she went in for the intake, and they were telling her to go through her phone and find a man, so that they could have somebody on file to when she wants to create an embryo or something like that. I did think that that was very odd. I was like, that's so interesting. So why would you have to do that when there's a whole sperm bank that you could go to? So I found that quite weird when she brought that up. And so did Aaron. Aaron was whispering it to Uba, but then she said it aloud. And I was like, ma'am, why did you have to say that aloud? Like, I don't think that you necessarily needed to say that out loud, but I got where she was coming from because it did sound weird. Like I said, why would they ask you to give you the names of a man or a number of a man when, like I said, there's something called a sperm bank that you could go to. You can go to a sperm bank. So why? And if you go to a sperm bank, you don't know the man's name. He's probably a number in a database. Greta said, I did agree with Erin as well. Her story didn't make sense. It really didn't. It really didn't. Like I said, there's a sperm bank. So you could have told them, oh, I don't have anybody that I want to use. So I'm going to utilize a sperm bank. And that could have been the end of the conversation. Now, did Erin have to say it out loud? Absolutely not. And I think she could have kept to herself, but she eventually apologized to Bren. Also, I noticed Bren said that it was, which I know that that I know IVF and all of that in egg retrieval. I know it's an expensive process, but I noticed that last week on social media, people were talking about how they feel like they don't know anything about Bren like that. They don't know where Bren works. They don't know where Bren lives. And I know Bren said that. I know people have said that Bren said her apartment complex wouldn't let them film there. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Why not go rent a place that will let you film there for the duration of the season? maybe I don't know. She talked about her job, how she did some PR for BP. I was like, during the oil spill and during the oil spill, is that what we're talking about? Bryn is a mystery. Bryn is a mystery to me. I really do want more from Bryn because we don't get a whole lot of Bryn. We see a lot of the other women, but we don't really see much from her. Very little. But yeah, you guys, that's the episode. Like I said, it was a filler episode. I'm surprised that we lasted 30 minutes. I definitely do want you guys to tell me what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section and in a live chat. And that is going to do it for me, you guys. I'm going to wrap this up and I will catch you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. What is today? Tuesday, right? So Real Housewives of Salt Lake City comes on tonight, I believe, right? I think Salt Lake City comes on tonight. Yeah, it comes on tonight because the taglines were released today. So I will see you guys tomorrow for Salt Lake City. So I hope you guys have a great night. You guys stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.